Good weight.
Good shot.
That weight was pretty good. Just give me a touch more ice. Great shot, bud.
Good job, Jeff.
Here. Where is it? Yep.
same shot I just played. Just played this one on hole through hole. Just played 11, 12. Yeah.
Just when you come out of the
Yeah, so just you can almost hit it on the nose.
Yes. Stay on the side.
Yeah. So maybe a touch more weight than how much.
Look nice.
Yep.
Nose. Nose on the yellow.
It's actually better when you take it. It's hot.
That's gonna skate. Right? That looks tight there.
Yeah.
Touch brace it.
Can't touch it.
Lay it straight, turn it this way. Just gotta be careful of that. And once it gets settled, pull it out. Let it sit and go over. Right, that's what I'm saying.
We can't come to that zone. Top four is the shot. He's the floor.
Yeah. Okay, good enough. Great shot.
7.
That's 4. Yeah.
Hey everyone, Bruce here. Well, I've been inundated with requests to put on the headset. So thank you to my fan for doing that. Anyway, you join us here at the Manio Toto Curling International for the first of potentially a three-match series to decide the Australian Senior Men's Champions for 2024. Join us in the second end with Team Johns having picked up a 4 in the first end with Hammer. So Team Imlah up against it now from the get-go, but if you're going to give up a 4, you may as well do it in the first end. So Team Imlah will be not panicking too much. They'll just try and get a multiple in this end, get their 2. Just work their way back. So they've already got something going there with that jam, really. Attempted double takeout, turned into a jam, so it's left Team Imlah still lying shot, and a little bit of cover from that yellow in the top 8. So let's see if they can use that half shot to their advantage. Draw coming in. Changing the call slightly because it was a fraction heavy. So let's see if they can get a corner freeze onto the yellow. Just a little rub, unfortunately. So leaves a potential double for Team Johns. Certainly looking to get rid of the that red stone that's just been thrown. Might get back one if they get through. Sweep the scoreboard early. Try and get a piece. Well, did the job. Moved the that yellow stone a little bit, so they have opened up that back red, maybe by half quarter of a stone, enough to be able to see it chase next time. So Team Imlah recognise that, so there's no point coming around it anymore. Try and split the house. Do 2 drops in 1 stone. Quiet way to take that. This looks a little narrow. It's going to have to move a lot. Needs to catch about half a stone. Here it comes. Just didn't quite come over enough. They were hoping to keep the shooter hanging around on the other side of the house, split the house. I think we might just see a very open end here, and Team Imlah playing for the blank. Yeah. Oh, very uncharacteristic miss there from Milliken. He won't be happy with that. So, 2 is still on here for Team Imlah. So, yeah, just need to put this stone somewhere where there's going to be a very difficult double. Hopefully no double, so yeah. Other side of the sheet, probably somewhere in the top 12, top 8. They know that by doing that they're going to give Team Milliken something to draw around, but they know Team Milliken will be more than happy to certainly give up a force, but even giving up 2, having taken 4 in the first end, too worried about. Nice shot to get those 2 stones level. So no double there.
Yep. Yep.
The best Team Johns can do here is to take out one of the reds and then roll back towards centre a little bit, just try and get the shooter somewhere near the other red and hope for a miss from Imlah. This one's probably a little wide, still going to roll out. Or just going to hang around. Oh, it's going to hang around, so it isn't counting though. It's still only second shot. And because it's so far back, the hit would be risky there, because you'd have to hit and stick around yourself. There's not a lot of room for doing that. So Team Imlah are just going to draw, just keep splitting the house, try and get their 2 the old-fashioned way.
So that's a well earned 4, you'd say?
Yeah. Look, I know probably should have.
And they're playing clean this end, aren't they?
Set it up. Yeah. I think after that big end, he's probably happy.
So the free's not quite coming off there, a couple of rocks ago for Team Imlah. But still okay. Still out counting the yellow it's next to. So 2's still on here. Old-fashioned 2. Keep splitting the rings. Just keep making those nose hits. Keep leaving their shooter way over that side of the sheet, near the 8 foot there. And they should be able to generate their 2. Can't take anything for granted. All it takes is one half shot, slight miss, slight roll out, and the blank's back on again. Beautiful day here in Naseby. Sun's out. Some tap south weather. Scots. Looking just a little, it's curling a bit. I think this is going to roll out, this one. Well, that's unfortunate for Team Imlah. So yep, sweepers tried hard, just couldn't quite hold it. No. So instantly Team Johns go for the hit. And yeah. Now they'll try and get a bit of separation with their stones, but they're not going to get a lot. But if they can, then potentially a force is on here for Team Johns. But yeah, precision needed, because they need the shooter to stick around, and they need to roll away from the existing yellow. The yellow that's still there, without moving that yellow. This one moving a lot as well. Sweepers are hot. Called on. So, yeah. Good try. That was close. So they got the roll away, but just So I think we'll see Team Imlah just go for the blank now. Yeah, so Team Imlah will be quite happy to blank here. So they just need, again, to be a little careful with this shot. Just make sure the shooter rolls out. Now with the that yellow only biting, they should be able to do this. But you can, again, can't be too careful. Misplaced nose hit, give up the force. Team seem fairly happy with this. Oh no, nosed it. So a mistake there from Team Imlah. Looking to roll out and just take the blank and keep hammer. But so they were forced to 1 there. 4-1 to Team Johns. Going into the third end, Team Johns with hammer. Great things about curling as a sport, particularly this facility here in Naseby, is that whilst we've got a national championship final going on sheet C, we've got a public come and try session running on sheet A. I think that's a wonderful thing. So those of you who've got the volume up might be able to hear other stones and things being played. There's nothing happening on our feature sheet here, sheet C. That's what's going on sheet A. So that one creeping into the rings there, so a slight mistake from Team Imlah. They were looking for a tight centre guard, but so they could elect to hit it. Looks like they're just going to draw. Nope. Steve Johns questioning the call. Okay, so it's kind of quiet way here. They're looking perhaps to move that red off centre, but they won't take it out. Roll the shooter over to become a sort of biting guard. It's a good try by John Anderson. He's almost done that. Close. Clever shot that, because even with that miss, they still end up with shot rock. So Team Imlah deciding to deal with that at this stage. Quiet way themselves. That looks, I think that's, unfortunately that one's a bit wide from Imlah. So that's quite a big miss there. That was a rock away from where it needed to be, so unfortunate. So. Team Johns could go for the hit, but it looks like they're going to try and play a very similar shot here and sort of start accumulating. Put Team Imlah under a bit of pressure that way. This one's light in the corner guard now, so they're going to guard up the stone that they've just thrown and take away the draw path to it as well. It's a clever shot. This team has consistently shown throughout this national series very intelligent rock placement and the ability to execute more often than not, making it hard for their opponents. So hit and roll to the centre. Team Imlah here. So we'll have control weight. This one too's moving a lot, and then straightens up again. So there's early curl, and then it straightens up a little bit. It's behaviour we've seen on most of the sheets here all week. Being asked to remove that red stone. This one looks a little wide out. I think he may catch a thin piece. Too thin. Okay, a little half shot there, or a miss actually from Hewitt. So that's put Imlah now with shot rock and third shot, almost acting as a guard for their shot rock. So they can hit that back yellow to nose it, sit 3, start to exert a little bit of pressure on Team Johns. So Davis being asked to do another quiet weight takeout of the back yellow. Again, precision needed here because they need solid nose in order to stick around. So again, this stone's moving a lot, and then it straightens up, so it's looking good from here. No, I don't think we're going to catch. Ooh, that looks like it may have spun back in. I can't actually see the overhead here because the new cameras they've put in, that is visible from the old cameras that I can see, and it's hiding that stone that's just been thrown. So I can't quite see if it's biting or not. It looks like it from here. All right, the crowd here tell me it's biting. When I say crowd, there's 6 of us. And 4 of us were competing in this tournament. So and one of the other 2 works here, or owns the place or something. So. Well, still something brewing here for them. They're still sitting 2. So the force is still on for Team Imlah. If they can get a good guard up, then potential steal. Boyd being asked to either put a guard or possibly just a biting guard, just nibbling the 12 foot, so it's a potential catcher, but still doing a job with a guard. The higher you get the stone, so the closer to the rings the stone comes, it makes the run back easier for Team Imlah. This one looks like it's not close. Yeah, it's left the shot rock. Yeah, there's a double on. That's just come a little deep, so it's left a double on or a chase. So I think instantly the double appears to be the call. Yeah, so we're definitely going to see a bit of heat here from Milliken. Backswing and everything. Hold out, just over curled, gets the back one. hoping to take the one that's on the button. So, but not a bad miss, because he's replaced a red stone with a yellow, so there's a relatively easy run back still available. So Team Imlah looks like they're going to protect against that by half checking the yellow. It's just short of the 12 foot. Yeah, so just to take away that run. And either the corner freeze at one side, or they tend to come around the back and half check it that way. It's not bad, but those two stones are grouped too closely together, so Milliken will still fancy the run back double here. I think we might see the famous Milliken peel weight at this one. Although over the years, the Milliken peel weights come down a bit. Just normal from Milliken here. At the moment it's just peeling. Oh, it's trying. It's close. Great shot. Great shot from Milliken there. Now sitting one, half covered by a tight centre.
I can hear your mother in your head. No way.
So not much for Team Imlah to work with here. They definitely have to do something about the yellow stone that's in the house. They'll want to try and keep their own shooter hanging around, unless they've decided to go for the blank again. Looks from this weight, they're throwing quite big weight at this, so they're probably going to lose the shooter, so that suggests the blank is the preferred outcome for Team Imlah for this end. Very there was no panic in that. They were very confident. Didn't miss the guard by much, that stone. So, yeah, Team Imlah will be quite happy with the blank. So they can get the hammer into the. So we're down to. Two Johns, of course. But yeah, I think both teams would probably be fairly happy with the blank. So, but it does look like, again, Team Johns have shown this throughout the week. If there's any opportunity to score, they're going to try and take it. So they've still got a centre guard to work with. Call a draw to the top four. And hope for a miss from their opponents, which I'm sorry to say is quite certainty. This one hanging a little wide though. It's not going to. It's going to be fully open this time. Also a little heavy, like some of the competitors here this week. So, chances. So there could be a potential freeze here, but I think Team Imlah know that if they were to freeze, which is a hard shot, if they were to make it perfectly, it could still be hit with big weight or be frozen on top of themselves. So, yeah, they're just going to try and peel this out. Keep keep the house empty. Yeah, debate in the crowd here, so that was a good shot. So that still makes Team John's work for it, rather than just rolling out. And it's unlikely, but you know, there might be a miss here and a steal. So Team Johns will just be playing for the black here. Peel that shot out and roll out themselves. So appeal was made. So black goes on the score sheet. Hammer retained by Team Johns into the fourth end. They've now got hammer in the even end, so we'll still be very happy with. Which means they potentially have 3 hammers remaining to Imlah's 2 and 3 shots. It's a strong position to be in. Unfortunately for Team Imlah, that centre guard's just crept into the rings. But again, it's slightly surprising. Milliken choosing not to hit that. It's going to come around this off. Just keep exerting pressure by getting rocks in play. That's another tactic we've seen from Team Johns this week. I think it's because they trust the hitting power of their back end more than the hitting power of their front end. So they let their front end work at their draw weights, pile rocks into play, knowing that even if they get themselves into trouble with that tactic, they've got the firepower on the back end to hit their way out of trouble. So even though the come around was called, that tap back's absolutely fine. Do that. Quite weight hit called. No, good shot. It's a good shot to split the house and remove the John Stone. Well played there. So, potential 2-on for Team Imlah at the moment. An obvious double. No easy double. That was a good try at the freeze. It's just over curled a bit, but it's still very close to that red, so that still means that Team Imlah have to be careful with their takeout. They could easily remove their own stone and leave the yellow in place, or remove both. Perfect outcome for Team Imlah here is to chip out the yellow and keep their shooter hanging around, just rolling way back in the rings. They'd like to keep it in the house as a counter. A bit unfortunate, and they've left the yellow in play. That was probably the worst possible outcome for Team Imlah there. They've removed their own stone and left the yellow in. So things just not going Team Imlah's way at the moment. Hewitt being asked to remove that red stone and stick around, creating a difficult 2 of their own. Yeah, nicely done. So the force is now back on for Team Hewitt and Johns. So there probably is a very thin crosshouse double here, but so they're just going to be looking. First goal is to remove that yellow stone in the top 12, 8, and roll somewhere towards the yellow that's biting in the back of the house. So that was pretty close to nose. So they did the removal, but didn't get the roll. Well, yeah, that's still bit the rings, that one. In a way, this makes it even harder now for Team Imlah. So, really, they're going to want a counter, and it's going to be hard to do. So, interesting choice of weight call here.
Yeah, so I just quiet away.
So stone removed, but yeah, the crowd here were questioning the choice of weight call there. As that yellow stone could have been removed with much quieter weight, and you had more chance of rolling the shooter in to count the shot rock with quieter weight there. So electing for normal or control up there, it was much harder to do. So the shooter's rolled out, leaving a sheet that all Milliken has to do is to split the house again. The force is still very much on for Team Johns. Tracking a little bit and might creep out the back. Oh, the mistake there from Milliken. He's looking to split the house there, so the blank's now back on for Team Imlah. So just a few mistakes and half shots creeping in at this stage of proceedings. Fatigue creeping in. It's been a long week, both on the ice and off the ice.
Yep. Yep. Intern.
So T. John's just checking, because although that yellow stone that's now out of the house at the back could potentially provide a bit of backing, so that's what they're kind of looking to. They can actually freeze to that stone and be biting the house themselves. So they're just looking for, this team will look for every opportunity to gain an advantage. This one's going to come up short. So that one coming up short, but still a good stone, still able to deal with it. So we'll just see a hit and stick. Smith here. First mission definitely removed that yellow. That's moving quite a lot at the moment. Seem happy with it, yeah. Job done. Wilkins is going to try and put that stone back. And still the opportunity to skip deuce here if there's a miss. This one looks more like a draw to the top 12. It's going to creep that. So this is going to get close to the freeze. Just over curled. So that was a cunning shot. Very close to making that. They were hoping to corner freeze it and still be biting the rings themselves, just to make things even harder for him. It's just over curled. It was a great weight though. It was perfect. So Team Imlah will be looking to again try and make things, there's not a lot to work with, but they do have something to freeze against, so that's the call. Throw the same shot that Team John's just tried. See if they can get a corner freeze onto the stone that's just been thrown. This looks heavy and it's not. Doesn't look like it's going to. It's trying. It looks just a little heavy, so it just hasn't curled. Line was good, it was just him. So we'll see a throw through here from Team Johns. They're just happy to take the blank into the fourth end break. Yeah, it's very disappointing to see that they haven't put the zeros on the scoreboard for end 3. Dim view will be taken by Curling Australia's officials. So, another blank. Team Johns will take Hammer into the 5th with the score at 4-1 to Team Johns. Well, welcome back, everyone. So yes, both teams keen to get on with it. So we're back. Our team Imlah up against it. They're 4-1 down without Hammer into the fifth end. Somehow they have to get Hammer back cheaply and then get a big end, or potentially steal. The way things are going, I kind of think they've probably got to steal at least one end to have a chance. I'm not sure they can win this just from Hammer efficiency alone. Crowder in agreement. I think that Team Imlah needs to steal. So that centre guard went a bit wide, so it's actually said really become a corner for Team Johns to use, which is exactly what they're doing. Good sweep there from the Johnson to Hewitt. Getting the yellow rock buys. Team Imlah are going to have to deal with this. Hit and roll called. Quiet wait. You see board to control. Get a solid half rock, get rid of it and roll to the other side of the sheet. And hope for a miss. This one needs to curl a lot. It looks like we're flashing. And unfortunately that goes right by. Essentially a draw being called. Perhaps back button weight with a view to tapping back that yellow to about T-line weight where it'll be fully buried under that corner guard. Stone coming in. This looks a little light. And it looks like it's on. Still does a job. Half checks that red stone, but there is an angle there that Imlah might be able to use later. Going back to the house. Can't quite see the angles from here, but there might be yellow onto red onto yellow to move the yellow stone that's sitting in the top 12. That's something for later. It has set up a stagger as well, so there's things to hide behind for Team Imlah here if they can get one round. So it might be a little light, so instead they might go for the corner freeze on the shot stone instead. It's the plan B if they can't get it round. The sweeper's being asked to work this hard, so it is going to be the corner freeze. Davis looking a little perplexed by that as he felt it was fine, but it could be the fifth end fudge up that those of us who are familiar with the rink here, that does happen. Just 5 minutes off the ice. Sometimes enough to just frost up ever so slightly. Just be a little slower for the first few rocks of the fifth end. Maybe what happened there. Centre guard that also takes away the raise for the yellow onto red shot. So that did a lot of jobs there. Again, we see this a lot, the efficient way that Team Johns use their stones in terms of achieving outcomes from a shot and for stone placement afterwards. Can make it a hard day in the office for their opposition. this team, most of this team competed as a men's team. Men's, the difference was Dean Hewitt throwing skips rocks, so you can imagine how difficult they were to play against. It's the senior men's team plus Dean Hewitt. It's a pretty formidable combination. Which they won that championship, so representing Australia in the Continental Championships later this year. Of course, up for grabs here is the chance to become the Australian senior men's team and go to the senior men's world championships, which will be held this year in 24, and then that championship's going to take a break in 2025, just because of the congestion caused by the 2026 Winter Olympics and the extra qualification tournaments that are required to qualify to the Olympics. So we hope that X-Force makes an appearance. At the moment, the Senior World Championships are still combined with the Mixed Doubles World Championships, although that may change in the future as well, because that event's getting quite big. So the Team Australia will go to the, sorry, it's not the Mixed Worlds, the Senior Men's World, which will be in, I believe, in Sweden in April next year. Might catch a little bit of yellow, but so that one flashes by. Unfortunately, we're hoping to roll under the corner. So yeah, it looks like the change in ice conditions after the break is fooling the teams here a little bit, or possibly they're just enjoying they enjoyed their fourth end break snacks a little too much because they also got it off.
Mine's good. Where's the weight? Mine's not clean. Where is it? One man. No, where is it? Next on. Let it go. Let it go. It's just beating up.
So finally, something on the cover. Still something for Team Imlah to freeze to here. Still be behind T though, so this is probably just a draw to the top four. T line, top T. Be behind cover. Still a chance to freeze out of this. It's a little heavy though. Mistake there, so two's back on for Team Johns.
Doesn't snap. We need a full apron. Does not snap. Short's okay. I can tell you, for 3 here, we're in a good spot, right? Yeah, we want full apron.
Sweepers. Great shot by Johns. It's just going to come a fraction deep though, so it still gives Imlah something to freeze onto. Still the opportunity for Team Imlah to get out of this with a force, but they need a good shot here. Otherwise they could give up another fairly sizable land. Once again, Team Johns just piling on the pressure with good rock placement. Really making the other team work for it to do a shot that has a lot of downside. The only shot Team Imlah can play is to go for that draw, go for the freeze. And because of the yellow guard that is hiding everything, the freeze has to be good too, because there's still a run back to remove the red rock even if it doesn't have the backing. So just constant pressure applied by Team Johns. He's got lots of room here, so starting to move now. There we go. There we go, getting the late curl that we need to. It's going to bump off though, I think. Well, it's pretty good. They got it to shot stone, but it's wide open. Hitting. So there's a hit for 3 here. Team Johns. Still a bit of risk here, although there's potentially a game-winning shot here. You take 3 now. But if they're if they hit this too high, there's a chance of a jam. But we've seen lots of accuracy from Johns here this last week. This one's curling a lot though. We have the sweeps on it. No, it's right. Great shot. It's 3 to Team Johns. Team Johns now 7-1 up going into the 6th. So you'd think that Team Imlah really need to score at least 3 in this end. So yeah, Team Johns managed to make something from not a lot there, just in the last 4 stones at the end. Shows you what this team can do.
Put it close to the center line. Yeah, that helps.
So with the lead like this now, a lead of 6, we're going to see Team Johns keep a very, very clean. So I think we're going to see a throw through from Anderson. So any kind of stone in play would just give something for Team Imlah to work with. Guards, which they have to do because they need to score. Corner guard coming in. It's going to be quite high and wide, this guard, which won't be exactly what Team Imlah were looking for, but it's still a corner of something. That one's now sort of level almost with the 12 foot. Another throw, but against that corner guard being where it is worth Team Johns trying to use it themselves. They just throw it through again. This is the last game we have today. Obviously now they're into playoffs. It's schedule's relaxed a bit. It's only 2 draws a day instead of 3. Which is good because the very delicious chicken waffles I had from the coffee shop today were starting to kick in. So might be nice to close my eyes and snooze those off. But it means these 2 teams can be well rested before the early draw, the 9 o'clock draw tomorrow. I suspect there might be a little bit of socialising later on, but I don't think either of these teams will be having too big a night, as they still ought to play for tomorrow. Team Mullen, on the other hand, we're going big, and let's just say we have an awful lot of drinks owed to us. 4 or 5. So we're going to have a good one. So that corner guard is much, much better because it was tighter. Again, because of the scoreboard, Team Johns weren't too fussed about a little rub. They could have called on the sweep to get it round. There's no real need for their sweepers to be doing anything they don't need to do. So. Been reminded by one of the fan that's watching that, some of the teams here aren't necessarily here for the curling. Anybody who's ever been to any of the national competitions we have here in Oz will know that there's a good spread of teams here with different goals. Whilst some teams here are going to be slugging it out for medals, fighting for the right to be Team Australia in various disciplines, then we have other teams here because it's just a chance for many of us to curl it nice, we don't get in Australia. So while we still play our hearts out on the ice, we're also here for the social aspects and to catch up with all those crazy beautiful curlers from the rest of Australia. Insane enough to fly all the way over here to compete. So, I think that was the called shot. Milliken were more worried about the guard, which posed more of a threat because it could have been used with this shot here than they were about the redstone in the rings, which is neutralised by the other yellow. So peeling the guard was the call there. So again, Team Milliken just not giving, Team Johns just not giving Team Imlah much to work with here. So the only thing that Team Imlah have is that very wide and high corner guard. This is looking a little heavy. I think it's just going to hold on. Just going to grab a piece. Yes. That's just one hair of one fingernail that rock is hanging on by. It is biting. So, and that's enough for Team Johns to have to deal with it. They want as few reds hanging around as possible to take away any chance of Team Imlah getting a multiple in this end. Team Johns will definitely be fancying an early bath at the end of this one, and they could probably use one, to be honest. So they'll be looking for a handshake at the end of this end. So they'll just roast and force Team Imlah to maybe enough of that. So another chance for Boyd to get that draw under the corner guard. This also looks pretty heavy. Starting to come down. It's a bit wider, this one, so it's in a slightly grippier path. Needs to get to shot stone though. That's the problem with that corner guard being so wide. Yeah, I mean, they might be under it, but it's not counting, so Team Milliken really not that bothered about it. Lots of Freudian slips creeping in here when it comes to the name of this team. So it's still, yeah, because it's relatively easy to just to hit the red that's on the top 12 foot, remove the backing, potentially keep the shooter hanging around as well. So this stone is currently second rock. Is still a threat to Milliken, so that's the one they are going to deal with. If they keep this hanging around, then there's a potential 3 on for Team Imlah, which Team Johns definitely wants.
We take the guard. We try and take him in, roll over.
So they're going to chase this one. They can see a good half stone, if not more. It's so high. Again, it's the downside of that corner guard being so high. There's plenty of room to chase. Oh, we might even try that one in the double. So once again, Johns with a late change of call.
That should be pretty close. Yeah, we want to go low side on it, right?
But
less ice.
Johns, Milliken, Anderson in particular know each other and play together so often, know each other so well. They trust each other in calls like this. Milliken happy with the change of shot choice by Johns. So now you can see biggish weight. Again, to those who don't know curling, it might be a bit counterintuitive here to take out your own stone. But currently, that because it's providing backing to a red, that yellow stone isn't helping Team Johns at all. So they're looking to create some space, and they've still got a bite of themselves. So they were probably looking for that to go a little further back, but they've pushed it to shot stone, so Team Imlah have to deal with it. So they could do the same shot now. Sit on top of it, and maybe even take out that yellow.
We're going to play half stone together. We're going to play a half stone hand together.
So another option would be to draw in and freeze to that yellow as a setup shot, and then try the tap, the tap up later. For a team that needs to generate 3, that's not a bad option, but this is a decent call too. Drag here, so I think this may pop the red out so that it misses the yellow. Yeah, unfortunately these are very draggy rocks, so that was. Oh, but that's going to spin back in, I think. Not quite. That was close. Visible. They're going to deal with that, and then they'll be sitting 2. Possibly 3. It's hard. I can't see the overheads from here. So. First goal is just to remove that red stone. Chance of a thin double. This one curling hard. This is all over the guard. But, as often happens with this team, there's still a little positive outcome there. They've managed to get another stone in the ring somehow. When things are going your way, they're going your way. And the fact that that stone's done what it's done is that after this shot, the best that Team Imlah can hope for is to potentially, although there's a double there potentially for Team Imlah to sit 3, but that's a tough one. But yeah, so that's been seen by Lorraine Smith. Given the scoreboard, they'd have to consider that option. Stone coming in. This is looking pretty good. The sweepers need to get onto this just to. It's nice. This is a great shot from Lorraine Smith. Despite all their efforts, it looks like the best they can get out of this end is only a 2, which probably still isn't enough to stop there. They might just play on. So apparently the view of the house isn't getting to the feed. Technical problems here. So it's a busy house. So we've got currently red a lying shot, having in the back 4 foot, having just thrown a great freeze to a yellow just behind it. There's, then shots 2 and 3 are red. They were. Oh. So yeah, we're sorry that you can't really see the house very well on the feed. So yes, so anyway, we've just had a little bit of a half shot, stroke miss from Team Johns there that pushed a redstone into second shot. So and now there's an open draw for 3. Open draw for 3. So potentially to get a 3 back. So the fight back could begin here. That would make it 7-4. So that we would definitely see Team Imlah playing on. So just a nice open draw. They've even got a bit of backing for this, which it looks like that's what the line call is. Just draw to the red stone that's already got backing of its own. Sweeper seem quite relaxed. Just a nice gentle clean. Yep, the team as a whole seem fairly relaxed. They want this to curl a bit. They're a little bit worried about weight, but I think we're looking good. No. Nice stone. So, Team Imlah pick up 3. Slightly against the run of play there, but well done. So that makes it 7-4 after the 6th end. Team Johns will take Hammer into the 8th. So still a long way back here for Team Imlah, but it's not impossible. So they'll play on. Although they're basically going to have to steal their way to victory here. So, you know, but they could steal 2 in 7th and 8th, possibly. Yeah. Steal 2, steal 1, take it to an extra end. So.
Good shot, John.
That's YouTube. That's the YouTube filter. Right. So, yeah, Team Imlah with good setup. Got staggered centre guards, tight, fairly high. So it's a good setup for them. They know they need to steal. Setting up for that. And those centre guards are kind of good enough for Millicent. You know, they're not thrown through here. I think they're going to try and get to centre themselves. So that one coming up short 2. But those stones have a reasonable angle. They're not an angle not direct to the pin, but it's certainly to the 4 foot. Could be useful in the future for them. I'm slightly surprised at this call, I suppose. Yeah, okay. So the call here is to hit the guarding or the biting yellow stone onto the yellow stone behind it. Take that one out. Roll the shooter back to center. I suppose that would still leave the center guard for the yellow center guard. They need as much cover as they can get. But they've got the stacked centers. If they don't do something about it, they either have to use to get rid of these or use them. So they rolled the wrong way, but apart from that, the main goal was achieved, was to remove the yellow stone that was in the rings. Rolled to a corner though, so something to work with. Good. Because there are no red stones in the rings, Milliken's going to start dealing with guards. Peel call. Shot from Hewitt there. Pull out the guard, roll away, left the centre over. Team Imlah don't want, they need guards, so they're going to put the guard back. So, slightly surprising call this. It's obviously need to score at some point, but they've decided one more guard before they start coming into the house. They've still got 4 stones left. They have put that guard in a place where the double peel isn't really an option. So just a simpler shot of Team Johns. Just peel out the tighter with the two centre guards. But again, calling it this way is if they get this right, they might actually promote yellow stone slightly higher. Again, they've still managed to do 2 things with 1 stone. Some of this team does what? Managed to push the red corner guard to a point where it's not really in use anymore and replaces the yellow. So it changes the colour, changes the dynamic of how that rock can be used. Because now it can be run back onto a red, so it's less useful to red than it wants to. Always thinking multiple outcomes. So I think that was the call. So I'm slightly surprised the team was still guys. Stones left, so we're going to have to come into the house sooner or later. We're going to have to deal with that John Stone that's 12. Of course, we are in the 7th end here, so Team Johns would be more than happy with the blank. Just take hammer into the 8th. They'd probably be reasonably happy giving up a steal of 1 or even 2. No, they'd be happy giving up a steal of 1, but they'd get less happy. Yeah. They'd probably be a little nervous giving up a steal of 2 because the steal of 1 would take you to an extra end. So. This one's been pushed a little wide. This could take out, this is, I think we've got a blue on blue situation, and they've taken out their counting stone. So it's a big miss, actually. That missed by a lot. It didn't just miss, it missed by a lot. Big miss by Milliken there. Not happy with that, not happy with himself. But again, he doesn't have scoreboard pressure to worry about, so it's moving on. You'd think that Team Imlah really have to start coming into the house now to So yeah, they've got 2 centre guards, they might as well use them. Hanging. There it goes. At least just get it into the rings. Try and get it behind some kind of cover. It's not bad. It's almost buried. Unfortunately, that centre guard's very high, so it's chasing all that stone. They can probably see about half of it from the hack. So, yeah, chase this. Still, Team Imlah is still putting up a good fight here. Lots of guards in play, lots of things to work with, and an open and with one in the house with shots to stone at the moment. So they're doing everything they can to try and generate their steal. This is moving. This looks like it's very close to the guard. Just going to skinny it. Wow, that was a great call, great sweep there. John Anderson is showing a man renowned for his sweeping ability there. He's showing a little fatigue.
Just getting the hat and slid across here. So don't move until that.
Working hard.
was by accident, but I just don't do it.
It must have been me and I didn't move.
No, no.
So,
It must have been me, because that was what
No,
I
no,
started
no.
up there. And I made sure that this is, I've been here before with
We'll
dry
go
run.
over here.
I've been here before with dry run, something here, I didn't move.
yeah, it's wider than a rock. It's a port, so a crowd here are assessing the options that are available to. So yes, there are 2 run backs, but there's also the 2 centre guards are staggered enough that there is a port. It's probably a rock and a quarter wide to throw a bullet. So Team Imlah have got, they're difficult options, but there are options. Team Imlah can move that yellow stone. That great team shot from Team Johns. So I think at the moment they're saving the run or the blasting shot through the port for their last stone. So they're just drawing in for now. This one looking a little heavy. Oh, it's still just going deep. Well, it's hung on to the back there. So at the moment, there is still a shot for 3 for Team Imlah. So Team Imlah will be looking to take those options away from just finding the back. Again, this is where we see excellent rock placement from Team Johns. They know that Team Imlah have got multiple options here. You know, most of us would then just look away, taking away one of those options, to take away the easiest one. Whereas Team Johns will try and look to take away multiple options if they can, so that's not on. So I think they're going to try and just take away the easiest option by hitting the red that's biting the forefoot. And that's how they force. Probably steal. Those centre guards. No need to do anything heroic here. Just stick to the basics. Make that red stone that's on biting the forefoot go away. Oh, we had a jump from Milliken there. We've actually got there. I don't think that was the call to draw that into the button. I think that was a little bit of a... Sorry, I mean, it's worked out really well, but I don't think that was the call. So I don't see any way for Team Imlah to remove both of those yellows now. No, that would jam. You can't go the whole point, because you can't go straight to the port anymore now. I don't think you get enough action. So you have to do the angled run. And then that jams on the back red anyway. Apologies to those of you who are in half of this conversation. Put on a headset. Having a TSN style would you ever type conversation here. We don't have a telestrator here, but we do have people pointing at the overhead camera. So that's the closest thing we've got to a telestrator. We need your board. And then we could take a photo of it, post it as a comment with arrows. That's the best we could do. But yeah, we don't have a telestrator. We have a small whiteboard curling training aid. We could use that.
Hi Bruce, I've just put the overhead up so you can see how close these rocks
Yeah.
are. There is a bit of separation between them, so they
Might be able to get both going here, but just going straight through the hole, I think. Cool.
got a lot of weight there.
That's going to overcurl. Oh no. Oh, well, they got two. Oh no, just one. They got the one. Well done. That was a great shot. It's only got them the one, but it was a fantastic shot. There was not a big hole to go through. Oh, it wasn't hammer either. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Still. Of course it wasn't hammer. They are sitting shot, so potentially a steal of one on the cards here. But still a chance for two here, yes. So just a heavy draw, push that red back. Only need to push it back to back four, and still a chance for Milliken to take Johns to take his two. Definitely see a handshake there. It's looking a little wide though.
I think it's a bit heavy too, Bruce.
It's a little heavy, a little wide. Oh,
Yeah,
here he
it's
goes.
not-
He's trying.
No, it's through.
The red's already in. So it is a steal of one. It's a long way back, but then a steal of two in the last, and we're into an extra end. So we're going to see an eighth end, everybody. That was a fantastic. Oh, yeah, I can see the spirited curling right there as Milliken goes straight over to Lorraine Smith to congratulate him on that shot through the port that he threw. That was spectacular. So we are going into the eighth end. Milliken up 7-4 with hammer. 7-5, sorry, with hammer. So still a steal of two needed to take it to an extra end. Oh, there may be a little team conversation. I think we play. Yeah, we're going to play the end. We're going to see an eighth end. Yeah. And the way that end was setting up, there could have been a multiple steal there for a while. So that will encourage Team Imlah. Try that again.
Goes to Team Imlah for their big comeback in this game, I think. And going by 4 on the first end would have
Yeah, absolutely.
put doubts
Bounced
in your
back
mind.
very well. Still a lot of curling in this tournament to go. There's potentially another 2 more games after this in this potential three-match final series. So,
See
Imlah are
Hamish
going to keep
standing
playing.
well forward of the house.
Yep, so we're
Quarter
going to
guard.
see another stacked centre guard here to try and generate the steal. So we're starting off with the high guard first of all. It's coming just a little deeper than what they'd like. It's now become their tight guard, so that's okay. I think they were hoping that one to be the high one on central line, so it's just tracked a little too much. But it's something. We'll see the high guard coming in after this. But that's useful enough for Milliken to actually use, I think, or maybe they'll be thrown through. Now we're seeing the throw through again from Team Johns. So then we're going to see the high guard now try and some centre guards stacked. Guards are stacked. So this has to get over the hog line though, so sweeper's working hard, has to get over the hog. Yeah, skip coming up 2. This is going to be close. It's going to be close.
Go over.
Ah, Nicely done. Great sweep there.
Absolutely.
Good team shot. All 4 players. One of the great things about curling is that all 4 players can be involved in a shot like that. It's very satisfying when you make a shot like that. So, something brewing potentially for Team Imlah. They've got things to work with. They've got a couple of centre guards.
Certainly staggered like that would be useful.
Although, unfortunately, the tight guard's just gone moved off centre line enough. There is a long run still available, but that's a long run, so I'll be happy with that. Do we do one more guard? Christmas tree them? Well, yes, we do. There we go. We're going to get the Christmas tree guards up. Or do we go over there? I like the Christmas tree. Because let's face it, who doesn't like Christmas tree?
This looks to be a bit heavier than they really
Yeah,
wanted.
so I think you play for the tap now.
That is
May as well get it biting, which it will. Oh, yes, they were very confident. So unfortunately that guard came a little, it was a bit too heavy. It has raised one of the first shot into a, second shot into its first shot into a biter. So that was something. But we're just going to see Team John's ripping guards now. Trump. Bonus would have been the double peel there, but they'll be quite happy with that. Start seeing Team Imlah coming into the house. Slightly staggered. Well, one's a guard, one's a biter, but they're both useful stones. Oh, this one's a guard that was called. So it's just a guard up there. Coming a little deep. Essentially a double peel in the offing here. Yeah, these competition stones that the New Zealand Curling Association very kindly let Curling Australia use for their national championships have a lot of action in them. So if this is that first red stone's hit hard enough, both of these should go. I think this one's looking a little high, so I think this is good. Yeah. It's done its job. It's opened up centre. So. Again, things looking a bit Spartan for Team Imlah now. They've only got the one tight corner guard to work with. going to get one. So just the one solitary corner guard. However, that rock is now close enough to be split in. So there potentially be an option there as well. Try and sit two in the house. I think this is another guard. So we're still seeing another guard rock. That's got to get over the hog, which it's not barely going to do. Oh, I think they felt that stone had been burnt. Yeah, that was unusual. I think we saw Spirit of Curling there. I think one of the sweepers felt they'd burnt the stone, so because they could have swept that over the hog, but elected not to. So that was.
It's not going to happen.
So unless we see we did see one uncharacteristic miss from Milliken earlier in this game, but I don't think we're going to see two. We did see an uncharacteristic miss. Wow. So, still hope for Team Imlah. They still don't have any guards though, so it's still. They could try and guard this up and then just play a waiting game. They could split the house and hope for another miss. Crowd here like the guard. Much better curlers than me like the guard, so I'll go with that. Put up a center. So so your commentary stroke directorial stroke production team here consists of myself, Bruce Freshwater. We've got Brad, who's doing the tech work, and then we've got my teammates Anthony and Brian doing proper curling club commentary from the club lounge. That's your team here this afternoon. Coming into the rings, or it's going to be.
Should be just a close freeze,
No, it's just going to overcurl though. It's tight and it's overcurled, so unfortunately that hasn't done the job it was supposed to do. So Team Johns can see nearly all of that stone, so they'll just rip it out. Might do the hidden stick just to make. I think they'd probably prefer the roll out, so they don't leave anything to freeze to. But still, this fight back from Team Imlah, even if they don't make it in this game, it will give them confidence and heart to come back tomorrow morning. When they gave up a 4 in the first end, I don't think they'd have been thinking they'd have been going to all 8 ends in this game. So obviously I don't see a shot here for Team Imlah. They've somehow got to remove that yellow and get the that red stone that's acting as a guard and the shooter into the rings. Yeah. James Boyd saying that the only way they can do that is with a crazy spinner. So I'm not sure the laws of physics will let them sit two after this shot. But they still have 2 stones in play. One sat there as a guard and one about to be thrown, so they have the right to try it. So yeah, this game has been exciting. It's ended up a lot tighter than we all thought it would after the first end. So credit to Team Imlah in particular, but both teams were providing. So this one's going to flash. So that's going to be a steal. It's going to be 1. So that's the game there. So we're going to see some handshakes. So that's a 7-5 victory for 7-5. No, they've just run out of blocks.
It's conceded. It's conceded again.
So that'll go down as a 7-5 victory to Team Johns, unless there's any irregularities with the impending paperwork, of course. So just make sure that that gets done.
Thanks again, Bruce, for stepping in.
Oh, thank you, Brad, for your production duties.
Thanks for having. Thanks for the audience.
So thanks to our 2 associate commentators there. All right, well, that's us going to sign off. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. New Zealand time, for Game 2 of this final series. So we'll see you then.